Right, so we're back with the chassis. Obviously they're completely bare steel now. So the idea is to get them sorted and get them galved as soon as possible. That's why I've brought them straight inside the workshop on the trailer. It's looking a bit grey outside. The last thing I want to do is get caught in a shower. So there's a few repairs to do. The Disco 2 one, surprise, surprise, is worse. It's got a couple of little holes there. To be fair, we knew about that one before it went off for blast. So and it's got the same this side. It's got a few more little bits that obviously we didn't see, like that spring hanger's gone. Not spring hanger, shock hanger. That shock hanger's gone. The mount for the, what's it called, bump stopper's gone. Spring cup is obviously a little bit sore as well. So I'm going to have to replace those, but again, it's not the end of the world. To be fair, to have a Discovery 2 chassis that's actually got a rear end on it is bloody good, because they normally go, and this one ain't too bad. There's a couple of little pinholes, but again, nothing too sad. Again, the hanger this side has gone as well for the shock, so got to plate those up, cut them out and plate them up. But other than that, it isn't too sad. Not as bad as I was expecting. Obviously, I knew there was a couple of holes in it. But yeah, a lot better than we thought. And to be fair, the one that's coming off the vehicle is shot to pieces. So we're doing all right. But yeah, brought them back in today just to get them out of the weather, because it's supposed to be rough the next few days. So tomorrow I'll get them up on the lift, get the trailer up out of the way, get them down on the floor, separated, and we can have a good look around them. So. Right, so back down a bit lower. That's got a little hole in it. Again, that could be plated. That's not the end of the world. Obviously, spring hanger and the shock hanger, which we've seen. I think it's going to need a bit of plate behind once that comes off. Not the end of the world. Oh, and also on the D2, there is a hole there, but again, not a problem. Go along the top. Again, this is the Discovery 2 one. Couple little bits there, but not the end of the world. Everything else seems good along it. Back to this other side where there is a hole. Yeah, see, that's going to need repairing, but again, not the end of the world. All the rest along it looks good. This outrigger is all good. Obviously, we're replacing that already. That bump stop mount's all right. Outer chassis is all right. Bulkhead, cross members all good. So yeah, as far as D2 chassis go, not a bad one. In considering, because normally the back ends are completely missing. They're awful. In fact, the one that we're taking the chassis from, which you'll see, has gone completely. Right, so I'll leave this here and I will come back to you once we start welding them next week. Right, so welding day is here. I've got one chassis down, just waiting for the man to come and weld it up. We have new spring cup for that side, and we've got new shock towers, 2 of, for both sides, and we need to get a sheet of steel to weld up any other holes. So it's nice and early. He's running a bit late, but hopefully we can crack on shortly. Right then, so today the chassis are ready to go off the Galvin. They've all been welded up. They should all be good to go. So let's get them on the trailer and get them over to the Galvers. Well, the chassis change is beginning. Started stripping down the Discovery 2. Got the side steps off and front end off. And I can get it up on the lift now. Start undoing everything underneath. And then obviously bring it back down, lift the body off. So, yeah. I'm not going to film massive amounts of it because it'll just be time lapse. I have shown videos on how to get the body off before, so I'm just going to crack on and cut back in and show you where we're at with it. So here we go. Right, so another day, moved on a bit further with the disco. The body is almost ready to come off. As you can see, the front's up, the back's not. Obviously I have to be careful anyway, because once the engine's out and the body's disconnected, the weight's on the back anyway. So I have to get it back as far as I can. But unfortunately this one has a bloody great wooden tray drawer system in the back, which is very, very heavy. So Paul's here today, who owns it. He's going to be removing all that because it's not quite as simple as lifting it out. And then hopefully we can get the body up in the air. It has fought me every way. These have got the 14 body mounts. The rear two come out fine. The boot seat anchorage ones come out fine. The rear body mounts had to be cut. Obviously the chassis was cut, not the body, because we're keeping the body, not the chassis. The middle ones, one come out, one had to be cut. The front outriggers, they both had to be cut. The engine bay rear ones both had to be cut, and the front ones had to be cut. They'd all rotten, all rounded, couldn't get the bloody things off. So at the moment, the body is ready to come off once Paul gets the drawer system out, which he will get on with right now. Right, good bit of progress today. Now Paul got the shelving out the back. Obviously the body went up on the lift, no problem. Pulled the chassis out, got the gearbox and transfer box off. Obviously the cat's come off. Taking the clutch and that off because we're replacing it for a solid flywheel and LOF clutch kit. Engine will come off tomorrow. Get it outside, give it a good jet wash, and then we can start on the other bits to go on the Galv chassis over there. There's the gearbox and transfer box over there. So a good day. Well, I say good day, a good afternoon. Didn't take that long. Still got to get off the body mounts that I had to cut. Get around to them at some point once the chassis, probably once the chassis is almost built up, so we can get this one out of the way. Got more room to move about. So quick update for today. I'll come back again tomorrow. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what this thing is that he's using. I have no idea.
We're talking to a bloke with a chauffeur who cleans things for a living. I'm in the element.
I've seen the foreign guys use them at the car wash. I don't know what it is. Right, so end of the next day update. Original chassis is almost stripped. We've got axles and engine all out, been jet washed as you saw. Almost ready to start fitting up the new one. So I think Paul's going to get a few more bits and pieces sorted out ready. So next week I'll come in and start putting the bits on that I can. So until another day. Right, another few hours on it. We've got a rolling galvanised chassis. We've got electrics and brake lines and fuel lines run. Steering box, suspension done. Front anti-roll bar and everything's done. All the steering's done. It's just the rear anti-roll bar because we had a snapped bolt in the galv, so I've got to drill it out. New bushes in the what are they called? Watts linkage. Yeah. So good progress. So tomorrow we can finish getting the last bits off that, like the tank support on the tow bar, and then that can go off to the bin. We're not putting the air on because this is on coils, so that can come off. Oh, and the cross members have got to come off as well. They've got to be cleaned up before they go back on. So yeah, tomorrow should have us really ready to accept the boat. Well, I've got to put the engine on, but up bar putting the whole engine thing on, which won't take long. It won't be far off accepting the body. We're waiting on a transfer box, so I'll probably get the gearbox, all the clutch, new flywheel, got LOF clutch kit, get all that on the engine, put the gearbox on and mount it all up. And then when the transfer box turns up, that can go on. So yeah, not a bad day.